Mauritania, Sahara Desert, West Africa. The land of 4 million people, deserts, and camels. When I told my uncle I was going to Mauritania to visit the Sahara Desert, he asked,
"Why do you need to go? There's desert all around Las Vegas."
But it is the geographical and culture differences that I'm looking for. So I began my journey, flying from Las Vegas to Chicago, then to Paris to catch Air France, south to Nouakchott, Mauritania, on the flight to Paris. I'm just transiting through Paris airport on my way to Nouakchott, Mauritania. The flight leaves in about an hour with Air France. This flight made 2 stops, one in Nouakchott and another in Conakry. This flight was full of Africans going home to visit friends and family, plus people returning from business trips in Europe. Arrival to Nouakchott. I arrived in Mauritania. On this flight, you had to show a boarding pass to get off the plane, because the plane also went to Conakry. Alright, I made it to Mauritania finally.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce your name?
It's Dalipui.
This airport was brand new, only opening up a year ago, which was built 20 minutes outside of town. Inside the car, as soon as Daly found out I was from America, he couldn't resist but asked me a question.
Jason,
Yeah.
how you live in Trump election in the United States?
Yeah, last week it happened. We're still surviving in America.
Survivor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything's still okay.
Okay, everything
Yeah,
okay, huh? That's very good.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah, long trip,
Yeah,
but I'm
good.
excited to be here. Welcome to Nouakchott. On the 30-minute drive into the city, I learned Daly moved from Senegal to work in Mauritania. All the lights here are solar powered. That's nice. There was no regard for safety, it seemed. Pedestrians wanting a quick ride would jump on the back of pickup trucks, and even on a flatbed truck.
We go agency. You ask the price?
Yeah. Arriving into Nouakchott, we went to a travel agency to buy a flight ticket, changed dollars into ouguiyas, and then stopped at a bakery to buy some bread, and later peanuts outside.
You know cacahuète?
Yeah, I know.
Arachide.
Cacahuètes.
Cacahuète.
Peanuts.
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's good. So these are Mauritanian drivers.
You can make it in Facebook. Yeah.
Arriving home to Daly's neighborhood, we passed through a dusty street, even seeing donkey carts parked along the way. Here I am in Daly's house. His wife made some food here.
Yeah.
So we got rice, vegetables,
Yeah.
and fish.
Fresh, yeah.
So like this. I arrived here in Mauritania and Daly was able to pick me up at the airport. I was really happy about that, so thanks a lot.
Thank you. You are welcome to my house.
Yeah,
And
appreciate it.
my family. This is my wife,
Yeah.
Nekumba, my child, Fatukine, and my little child, Rokhaya,
What city in Senegal are you from?
Dakar,
Okay, me too.
in Louga. Yeah.
And how many years have you been living in Mauritania?
4 years
How did you meet?
in this family.
Family?
Yeah.
So your parents introduced you?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, nice. Alright, well, nice to meet you guys, and it's a good introduction to Mauritania.
Yeah, yeah.
In the evening, we went to the nearby convenience store to pick up some water. It's good?
Yes, good.
Alright. Day 2, Nouakchott to Atar. We just got up this morning. We're going to take the girl to school. Daly stopped in the morning for milk and sugar to give to the beggars sitting at the stoplight.
L'inquiétude est perceptible chez les républicains, même si Axel connaît aussi.
Donkey carts were a common sight among traffic. Now we're on our way to drop your daughter off at school.
Yes.
The private school costs $70 per month. After dropping off his daughter, Daly drove me to the taxi stand for me to get a ride to Atar. In the taxi ride to reach the bus station. So we're starting our trip to Atar. It's going to take us 6 hours. J'arrive à la 3 heures? Oui? Okay, c'est bon. I'm taking this bus now to Atar. It's a small pit stop in this town as we make our way to Atar, which is a 6 to 7 hour drive. At the little shop, one of our passengers requested a sandwich from the shopkeeper. Meanwhile, back on the minibus, a goat was loaded up to the top of the roof, and then the loader caught a ride on the back of the bus to the gas station. I looked at safety and then shook my head. But this was Mauritania. Everything was okay. Even sharing tea with a mouse was okay. I guess Mickey Mouse needed to drink too. So no problem.
No problem.
But back to our road journey. While everyone was snoozing, I was observing the culture differences in this bus and the landscape outside. Arriving to Atar, Mohammed Amar met me at the bus company's office after I called him upon arrival. Je arrivé en Atar. Comment t'appelles-tu?
Je m'appelle Mohamed.
Ah, ok.
My name is Mohamed.
Très bon. Et nous allons à ta maison. Beaucoup de viande aujourd'hui.
Oui, c'est vrai. Pour faire un reportage.
Oui. Mohammed had to go pray, so he passed me on to Nordine, who was an IT teacher and spoke English.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Great. So, can we get a tour of Mohammed's house?
Yes.
All right.
He's Mohammed's house.
Yeah. All right.
Here the place where we put the water.
Okay.
This is our room. The room of Mohammed. So the room of clothes.
Okay.
Is when you sit and me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like the guest room and the living room. Okay. All right. A lot of pillows. You got Facebook?
Yes. My Facebook is Nuru Mohammed Lemin.
Okay, I'll add you.
What is your Facebook?
My Facebook is Jason Dudas.
Okay, I will look for it. Inshallah.
Alright, great. Yeah, I came alone because I asked my friends if they want to come, but they don't have time. I really want to visit Mauritania, so I come this week. This time I'll be here for 1 week, and then I go to Western Sahara. How many guests usually come here to visit Mohammed?
So much people.
Really?
Yes. I meet that's one is from Czech Republic,
Yeah.
and there's another man.
Now we have our meal here. It's lunchtime. We eat by hand here. So fish, carrots, cabbage, rice. After lunch, Mohammed gave me a tour of his town. So nous allons à la centre-ville. In the US, teenagers might be racing their cars, but here in Atar, Mauritania, I saw teenagers racing their donkey cart. Then, I saw the world's first self-service barber shop. Bonjour. As they say, only in Mauritania. So we just went through the marketplace right now. We see a bunch of donkeys here. There's a little baby donkey too. Let's take a look. Hey donkeys. Donkey carts were everywhere. They were one busy animal put to work. So now we're gonna go take a look at some date palms over here. He knows the place. We're taking a walk up this riverbed and we'll find some date palms. Mohammed Amar gave me a great tour of the city. After passing by some date palms, we passed by the community field where kids were playing soccer. Everyone loves football around the world. The local clothes were so big, it was like wearing a whole sheet around your body. But I had to go shopping for some, even though it would make me look like a ghost. And then all of a sudden, after walking through the marketplace, I saw a car have an accident. A local teenager driving his parents' Mercedes hit a tourist in his Land Rover. The teenager came out of his car smoking a cigarette to take a look at the damage it caused, mainly to his own car. Then he drove off, yet it created a crowd of people wondering what had happened. While viewing the fender bender, I met these 4 teenagers who helped me go out and find the turban to buy. So I bought this, what do you call this?
Howie.
I bought this Howie and it's for the head. They're gonna teach me how to do it, okay?
Yes.
So start at the top,
Yes.
go at the bottom, go at the top.
Now you are Mauritanians.
Yeah. Alright. And you tuck it in at the top. Thanks guys.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
We can take a photo with you.
Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for teaching me how to do it and we'll get our photo now. Then those teenagers invited me for tea.
We'll give you some tea.
Alright.
Tea of Mauritania.
Yes, he's good. Good. Very good. I met these 4 guys They told me how to find some scarf. I still need to buy the outfit though. And now we're going back to their home to have some tea. This is your tea house? Tea room?
Yes.
Alright. Who went to get tea?
Our friend.
Mohammed Habib went to make tea. And now we're waiting for him, inshallah. This is how you make tea around here. Alright. Then it was time for prayer. So I go here?
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر.
After their praying ceremony, we went to sleep in these mosquito net tents. Day 3. Atar to Chinguetti. Good morning, guys.
Well, good morning.
Where are you going?
I'm going to school.
Alright. I'm wondering where your book bag is. They're going to school. I'm catching a bus to Chinguetti.
Yeah.
And we're starting our day here. I'm here in Atar and I was headed to Chinguetti at the bus company. I met this guy. What's your name?
Ivan.
First time to Africa?
Sí.
Wow. That's pretty good. Today we're going to Chinguetti and you're going on a safari?
Je pense, oui.
Yeah, okay, good. And we're just waiting for tea now.
Ici le cadeau. Cadeau. Les enfants, cadeau. À la matin pour esta mañana.
Allah.
Alright, thanks Abdul. Cheers.
Cheers, vodka Mauritania. Vodka de Mauritania. Si.
So the three of us, after our tea, we're headed back to the transport area to catch our 1.5 hour ride to Chinguetti. Abdu's a good host. So I just bought a cloak here from this guy over here. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Alright, so I'm all set now. The main marketplace in Atar sold baguettes, mandarins, potatoes, carrots, and tomatoes. After waiting 4 hours, we finally started our journey to Chinguetti at 11 a.m. We climbed up the steep roads to the high plateau desert. Our pickup was loaded to the brim with goods and provisions, including a brand new refrigerator. After 1.5 hours, I made it to Chinguetti, and I'm gonna check into Auberge Zarga. Hey Abdul, what's your full name?
My name is Abdul Abdurrahman. I'm living in Chinguetti time. Chinguetti is old city, number 7 in Islam.
Abdul explained to me that Chinguetti was the 7th most holy place in Islam. When I was in Atar, Mohammed Ammar told me about you.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you
so
very
happy
much.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You're welcome.
So this is your auberge.
This is my order. I have 20 years. Very old.
You were born here?
Yes.
So you lived here your whole life?
My father, my mother, every family.
Wow, so you're rich now. Right, well, nice to meet you. I'm really happy.
Okay, I'll see. Nice to meet you. It's possible to go to in the older city.
Yeah.
To possible to afternoon to go to the library. It's very interesting because have old book. One book have 1,200 years.
Wow.
Very old book.
Chinguetti is safe?
Yes, very good.
No problem.
No problem.
Okay, that's good to hear.
It's possible to sleep in the wadi. Last night, one Russian people, he not have money for sleeping. Tell he go to the jeans.
After I go back home, I want to keep in touch with you in case my friends want to come visit.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Arriving in Auberge Zarga, I met the Czech tourist, Marion.
I made 4 days trip in the desert, walking, just walking, not only one camel, not riding camel. And I paid a lot of money because I wanted to see some places, some nomad people or something like that, but I saw nothing, just the desert. 4 days walking in the desert, 40-50 kilometers, eating only peanuts and carrot. Yeah, only peanuts and carrot and onion. Only peanuts and carrot and onion. 4 days walking.
Is why no tourists come in Mauritania. It is.
Yes, and
That's the problem.
they will not come. I will tell to people in Czech Republic, avoid Abdul.
Yeah, but Mauritania, my name is Abdul. My name is Abdul.
Yeah, it's not your fault, so it was mistake.
But for him is it a big mistake?
I can walk in the desert alone. I don't need a camel, or I can make a trip here and there, and it's the same.
Yes, if you want to go to walking, it's possible to walk yourself.
Yes, it's possible. I have
Because
a tent,
yes.
I have a food, so
Me,
no problem.
yesterday I organized with Japanese people out in the Sahara. Have 2 camel, 1 camel baggage, 1 camel to sit.
Yeah, why not me? Yeah, and why not for me?
Normal, 2 camel.
So after getting the intro from Abdul, I'm on my way now to the old city. I decided to dress in the local attire so I can fit in. I want to check out the different sites around here, maybe go see some dunes and maybe meet some local people. All this sand is basically drifting like a blizzard. It was Friday, so everyone was walking to the mosque for prayer time. The old ruins were incredible to see. Ah, ok. Oh, tu vas à la mosquée?
Oui, oui, Friday.
Yeah, je comprends.
Yes, I pray
Où est la mosque?
to the mosque. Yes.
Ici?
Yes, yes.
The call for prayer signaled for everyone to come together at the main mosque here in Chinguetti. Everyone lined up nicely in a row. The head individuals walked to the rooftop to lead the others in prayer. After service was done, everyone went back to their homes and businesses. What's your name?
My name is Jakob.
I became friends with Jakob and he invited me to his home after prayer. We walked across town. We saw some kids playing foosball on their 2016 model table. This is the hospital here. The Americans worked at the local hospital and lived nearby. We're finally arriving at Jakob's place. This is his home. That's your locking system.
Oh yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because my neighbors, they bring food for me if I'm not here. It's easy for them to open.
Wow, there's so much wind.
I'm sure that my life is here.
This is a real lock.
Yeah.
I met Jakob. He's a local host here. I met him when I was coming into the mosque area, and he's actually a teacher here. He teaches English, so we can communicate really well. And what I was telling you is that I was trying to invite my friend Hunter, but he's a fisherman in Alaska.
So why he didn't want to come to see some different views?
Yeah, I know. I tried to convince him, but he told me he was busy.
Ah, yeah.
And he just got recently married.
Recently married, he's still in a honeymoon. He can't leave. Your proposal wasn't on time. Anyway, next time when you show him this picture about Mauritania, I'm sure that he's going to make the second honeymoon here in Mauritania.
Yeah.
This is the first.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wonderful, great.
Yeah.
There are 3 in order to give chance to those latecomers.
That's a good idea.
I think it's a little bit different from the other people who are not from Mauritania. Here you are the only one in the family. All the family members rely on you. But the salary that we get, it's not enough for me to do my own things.
And the monthly salary is?
Only 120,000 UBAs. So this 120,000 UBAs, I need at least 40,000 here for myself.
Okay.
My wife, when it's come to the wife, today I have a wedding, I have my friends who gave birth to a baby and you can't control anything. So it's really hard life. How could tourists collect money to come to visit? They work like us. Well, how it's easy for them to move around countries?
So you're mind boggled with tourists. You don't understand how they can travel so easily.
Yeah. I mean, I see them with different ages. About my age, younger, older.
even to plan to visit one of our cities, even think about the bus ticket. Oh, how that could be.
Life is really difficult.
Really, really difficult.
After Jacob explained to me the hardships of living in Mauritania, we went on the walk into town. He had to tutor some students, whereas I wanted to explore the Sahara Desert. His local Mauritanian clothes was so big it was like a parachute taking him flying. So much wind.
Oh my God. I'm about to fly.
Yeah. I see some sand dunes now in the distance, so I'm probably gonna go out and check that. Walking through town, I saw some deep wells. Instead of a snowdrift, they have a sand drift. So I found some nice sand dunes here. This is the Sahara Desert in Mauritania. It's really near Chinguetti. It's only like a 20-minute walk, really. And over here, you can see the immense vastness of the desert. It's a very good touristic destination to come to if you want to see the Sahara Desert in Mauritania. This was the view I was looking for, the reason for my trip to Mauritania. Even in the middle of the desert, you can always find people, as is demonstrated here with them playing soccer in the evening hours. These kids are following me around speaking French. Your parents let you be out so late at night?
Oui.
No problem?
No problem.
Wow. I guess it must be safe here, huh?
Oui.
In the middle of Mauritania,
Oui.
these kids are just roaming the streets at night.
Oui.
Mind you, it's only 7:30, so it's not so late.
Oui.
Tu vas à l'école demain?
Oui, on va à l'école. Il y a 7 heures, on va à l'école. 4 heures après, on va partir à la maison. À la maison, après, on va partir à jouer au ballon. Après, on va à la maison. Pas que le chien. Ça, c'est le chien ici. Ça, c'est pas que la maison ici. C'est fini.
Très bien. Merci.
Merci.
Day 4, Chinguetti to Choum. Good morning, Chinguetti. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I'm gonna try to catch a transport into Atar and make my way to Choum. This is the gas station where the pickups come to pick you up and take you the 1.5 hour drive into Atar. Prayer starts so early here. It's incredible. It was cold outside, so Abderrahim invited me into his family home for breakfast. His family was sleeping on the floor as usual, and they were just waking up as I came in. Back at the petrol station, I waited with these guys and had a second breakfast. We drove down this tiny road in the desert to find a Bedouin camp and pick up their goats that needed a ride into town. Really? Are you sure? Hey guys. Wow. Hey look, this little goat. Say something. Okay. I'll give you back. Here you go. See you. See you later, alligators. I mean goats. See you, goat. We're taking some goats to town. We had to take this detour to pick them up. This is their little Bedouin tent. Let's go. These guys just broke down. We stopped to help this vehicle that got a flat tire. They gotta get the tire.
والفضة موجودة عندي فضتك أنت موجودة عندي رواية ثانية قاعدة تقولها له هو مصمم عليه.
This goat even eats mandarin peel. On the 2-hour drive to Choum, we drove through some boring villages, such as this one. Got some camels here. He's so scared of me. Arrival into Choum. So this is where I'm gonna pick up the train here in Choum. It's a 12-hour train ride to Nouadhibou. I'm gonna take that throughout the night. There's not much here really. It's just a town in the middle of the desert. I don't know how to drive this donkey cart, but it comes equipped with a stick, and I guess you just hit it and then it starts going. They even got Western Union here. He's gonna give me a ride around the circle here. So that's how you do it. He goes just by your command. Stop, hold it. Wow. Good job, donkey. This is the kind of food that they have. Carrots, tomatoes, potatoes, aubergine, onion, and squash. This was a shopkeeper that let me wait for the train at his shop. While waiting for the train to pass our village, my friend and I met a couple making tea. But first, we needed to chop firewood for the fire to heat the tea. Day 5. Choum to Nouadhibou. I got on the overnight train at 1 AM, but there was no place for me to sleep because every inch of the floor was occupied. I sat in the luggage compartment nearby the door, waiting for the 12-hour ride to end. The only toilet was occupied the entire time by a mother goat and her kid. So the train stopped here, so people are getting off and just walking through the desert because we're almost in Nouadhibou. It was prayer time at 12 PM, so wherever you were, you stopped, dropped, and prayed, even in the middle of the desert. That was one of the hardest train rides I've ever taken in my life. We got off the train ride of 12 hours, and Bujin invited me to his place to stay in his shack at his family's compound. Nous allons à la maison de Bujin. Et il fait thé vert maintenant avec les menthes. Et sa frère s'appelle Enchanté. We ate lunch, which consisted of rice, carrots, cabbage, eggplant, and fish. And then we had a visitor join us for lunch. So no problem.
No problem.
Wow. He's gonna drink some tea. He's gone. No problem?
No problem.
After tea, Bujin locked up his house and we went into town. Alright, nous allons. It doesn't close. I'm here in Nouadhibou. We're gonna walk into town now. J'ai trouvé transport pour Dakla. Nous allons à la centre-ville. Oui?
Ici, centre, ici, Qiran.
So I just got some fruits here. Merci pour le fruit. Good. Yeah. Nous allons à sa maison. Then we had to pass one of those slow donkey carts. Those slow donkey carts were everywhere, and we had people playing chicken as well. Nouadhibou was definitely not touristic. Day 6. Nouadhibou to Western Sahara. The next morning, Eugene took me to the taxi company, but while waiting for the place to open, he stopped at the mosque to do his morning prayer. So I'm going to the bus station to catch a ride up to Maghrib. Luwena. Okay. Before our journey began, we had to get a new tire and fill others with air. Yep, that's how a journey starts in Africa. Picking up passengers, the driver stopped his car on the opposite side of the road. And then the monotonous desert was all we saw. Sand on the left side, sand dunes on the right side, and even sand drifting across the road. Mustafa, who was our driver, carefully drove us up the 11 hours to Dakhla in Western Sahara. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more adventures.